Okay. And I'm live, and we're live, but it's just me. Y'all, I couldn't get a hold of Adriana. I don't even know where she is. So, hang on, I've got my phone with me. If you're watching and you're Adriana, girl, where are you? Your mic is turned on. Wait, no, yes, our mics are turned on. I got to get on the chat so I can see if anybody is chatting here. Hello and welcome to Tack Chat. I am Michelle from Unicorn and Centaur. For those watching on the playback and anybody, I'll turn my phone down. So I'm going to try my best to keep track of the chat. And I sent my husband to go look for Adriana, so we'll see if she joins us for tonight's episode of Tack Chat. So, and this has been one fail after another. I just had the lights go out and I had to fix them. And today Sunny lost a shoe. One of my horses lost a shoe. And I spent 45 minutes wandering the pasture looking for it. Never found it. Then I had a moldy saddle that I was going to bring here and clean for tonight. And then I left that at the barn. So I'm cleaning my boots tonight. Welcome. And okay, so that's my intro. Hey, welcome to Tack Chat, where me and my co-host drink wine, which I'll get to in a second, clean all our tack, and chat about the topic of the day. Tonight's topic is horrible horsemanship. So while I'm getting filthy and oiling up my boots, we're going to talk about horrible horsemanship. Before I get started, I have my notes. Hang on. I have to make my announcements. Yes, y'all, I'm getting close to 100 subs, okay? There's like 94 subs. And it's no big deal, but you get your own little URL, and it says like YouTube and Unicorn and Centaur. And that would be really cool. So if you have not already subscribed, like do me a solid and click the little thing and just help your girl out. If you thought this was the crafting live stream, that's next Tuesday night. We did fairy wings last Tuesday night. This coming Tuesday night will be next Tuesday night will be another crafting live stream, and we will be making appliques to customize saddle pads. So not painting or stencils or anything. We're gonna actually cut out and sew and talk about like how to make the thing that you put on. So you can make like your own saddle pad or whatever. So that's what we're doing next week. And really quick, if you like are one of those people that can't get enough of Unicorn and Centaur, then we do have a Patreon. Check us out, Unicorn and Centaur, on Patreon, because then you get to be in our secret Facebook group and you get to be a part of our creative process. You get one-on-one help with crafting and making unicorn horns and stuff like that. And our patrons that we only have a few, but they're all really involved in our process. And we love them very much. So that is a thing you can do. Okay. I need to get to the wine. Hang on. So I'm going to open my wine. If you are here in the chat, if you are watching, then tell me, who are you, where you're from, whatever. What tack are you cleaning tonight, and what are you drinking? You don't have to drink alcohol. Some of our friends don't drink alcohol, but I'm getting drunk on YouTube for subs. So, horrible horsemanship. Let me get a boot out, and let me get my wine out. Okay, tonight I just need to smell this red. I don't know if that's turning vinegary or what. This is, if you've tuned into Tack Chat before, we do these really cheap, this is like wine from Walmart, oak leaf. This is $2.97, and it doesn't taste like weird vinegar or anything like that. So horsemanship. What is horsemanship? We did a Tack Chat on abuse, horse abuse, and that was mostly focusing on like working horses and stuff like that. But you can watch that if you're interested in the topic. But this is more like horsemanship in general, like how horsemanship, not just how you ride, but how you interact with your horses and how you handle them on the ground. Not necessarily whether you're a trainer or not. Because I'm not a trainer. I mean, I've trained my horses to do things, but that doesn't mean I'm a trainer. Hang on. All right. So let me get my wine glass. I don't have the I didn't set up the table this time because I'm like, I don't need it. Now I'm like, where's my table? This is my hand-painted wine glass, hand-painted by my co-host Adriana, who is not here. By the way, when she shows up, there is 50 points from Slytherin, like immediately. That's just how it's going down. And I'm thirsty and I need to clean some boots. Horrible horsemanship. Now, there's lots of different kinds of horrible horsemanship, I would say. I don't think that, hang on, I need a rag. I'm going to clean off my boots with some saddle soap. So I've got water and a cloth. Excuse me for a minute. All right. All right, and again, if you're here in the chat, identify yourself, talk to me. Tell me about what you think horrible horsemanship is. Because as I've had these discussions with people, it's like there are a lot of gray areas and there are a lot of it depends kind of situations. Because one of the things I teach, my students, I don't have upper level students. My students are all adult beginners, which means they're people that haven't necessarily grown up obsessed like us nerdy equestrians. So they want to know things. Oh my God, hang on. I forgot what I was talking about already. Okay, if you've never tuned into Tack Chat before, whenever I forget what I'm talking about, we take a drink. Where is Adriana? She's supposed to be drinking with me. Who's here? Oh, Rebecca, you're here. I was just saying, I don't know where Adriana is. I have been texting her and like trying not to have panic. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have a panic attack because there's gonna be one. Are you cleaning tack with me tonight? Rebecca, I have my wet rag and I'm cleaning my boots, my Ariat paddock boots. Y'all, I was thinking about being cheeky enough to email Ariat and see if they'll send me some boots to like review or something on my channel. I don't know if I have enough influence. I'm not an influencer. I have like 94 subscribers. So horrible horsemanship. Part of, oh, that's what, I remember what I was talking about. Part of what I teach is horsemanship because my students are adult beginners and so they have no idea even what the basics of horsemanship is. So we discuss things like this all the time with my, what the heck is on my boot? Why? What is that? All right. Oh, there's Allison Dietrich. Hi, in the chat. Hang on. I'm squinting off the screen, y'all. The easiest way to define horrible horsemanship would be knowingly cause distress to a horse and doing nothing to change or improve it. Yes, we kind of went over that with abuse when we did the abuse topic, where abuse was like causing suffering and pain to the horse. But I think part of like horrible horsemanship in general comes down to like certain tactics or techniques, so to speak, like turning out with halters. Do you turn out with halters? Because there are people who say that is absolutely a horrible horsemanship practice because of the horror stories of horses getting their faces degloved in some sort of fence accident. And then it's terrifying and everybody, you know, and then we all learn a very painful and expensive lesson. All right, I think I have this done. But hang on, what else do I have done here? Horrible horsemanship is Veronica D'Angelo. Is that a particular person? I don't think I know her. See, there are like particular people in the horse world, I guess the equestrian world, that are controversial figures, I suppose. So yeah, I wrote down like there are practices that can be horrible horsemanship, such as turning out with halters. Techniques that could be considered horrible horsemanship, like the way they make some of those dancing horses in, what is it? Is it South America or is it the Middle East? I don't know. Oh, please forgive me. Oh no, I'm ignorant. I'm ignorant on the internet. Oh no. I don't even know what I'm talking about. See, and I'm calling it horrible horsemanship, which is a little bit crazy. Habits that you get into that are horrible, that might be horrible horsemanship. Oh my God, never read Saddle Club as a kid. No, I never read Saddle Club. I'm old. I'm in my 40s. I don't think they had Saddle Club. I read like The Black Stallion and Marguerite Henry, and there wasn't any like teenage girl books in the 70s, were there? I don't know, or 80s. Right, and then let's see. Where am I? Oh my gosh, see, this is why I need Adriana. I need somebody to help me, like, maybe I ought to get Scott to come in here and just like sit on the chat and read things to me. He might get voluntold. Y'all. All right, hang on. Where's my saddle soap? And my wine. All right, well, hang on. If I get overwhelmed with chat, you may get voluntold to come in here and just like look at my phone and read the things that people say so I can clean my boots. I'm talking to Scott. He's right off camera. That's my husband. He, if you watch the unicorn horn crafting live stream, that was Scott was my co-host for that, because Scott has been a puppeteer and puppet maker for 20-something years. Hang on, more people chat. Girl, I'm old too. Oh, Rebecca says, "Get in here, Scott." Come in here and play with us. If we can't find Adriana, do you want some wine? Go get a glass. Come on, do it.
What are y'all doing?
We're drinking, and you would be their voices. They
There's
need
no
you.
tack. Are you not cleaning tack?
I am cleaning tack. Well, I'm cleaning my boots because I forgot my tack. Don't judge me.
I don't even know what's happening.
Get yourself a receptacle for an alcoholic beverage. I have red and white.
Okay.
My husband's being voluntold to help me out. But he's a horseman too. Scott actually is a tour guide. He does horse-drawn carriage tours for a company downtown Savannah. So Scott drives giant draft horses like 3 nights a week. So he also grooms them and bathes them and pets them and loves them. Did you get a glass?
Yes, draft is the operative word.
Nobody can hear you yet because you don't have your microphone on.
What?
Genius. Come on. All right.
My
husband's a genius.
You have the wine?
I do. I have the wine. I have everything except I even have a microphone for you. You're fine. He's like motioning to himself.
Thanks, subtext.
No, I'm telling people what I'm staring at.
I have a very
Sit on the
fancy
microphone.
wine glass here. This is Cristal.
Don't show it too close because it's dirty. Okay, hang
That
on.
would just be another level of the joke.
Look who it is. Look who it is, everyone.
Why, hello there.
Let's cover that with that.
I have a wife beater with sleeves.
Is that enough? Is that what that's
That's
how
fine.
There you go. We're getting into it. Here, wait. Here you go.
Is this mead? Thank you.
No, it's oak leaf wine from Walmart. $2.97.
It tastes like $4.96.
Oh, Kelly is
You might need
here.
to be
Wine
on-
bribery. Yes. Classy. See, Scott. See, look, here's the chat. So whenever it shows, you're going to be these people. These are your lines.
These people
Yes.
are gonna
Those
be
are your
people.
lines. Scott's also an actor.
Me.
Yes.
That's all of this.
So right now, pretend you're ecstatic that I'm doing this to you.
Don't emotion feed me.
Give you what's my motivation?
No.
Scott's getting his
Maybe put
microphone
this
on,
the
and then he's
inside.
gonna.
It's not as concealing with the white shirt, white beater.
Let's say white beater. Is it politically incorrect to say white beater now?
Excuse me a moment. Is this lewd? Where did they go?
What are you doing? Just clip it on your shirt. You're a
I'm all
mess.
on the inside.
You're a mess. We've just had 2 sips, y'all.
I get
Where's
lewd.
my- I'm gonna need some more water.
Drive it. It's not working. It's kind of dipping everywhere.
It works for me. Oh, you're in wardrobe.
Do
Just
we have
settle
like
down.
a thing that
Where's
shows
my?
the?
Where did you put my
Oh, there
phone?
it is.
Get
See.
my phone. Don't pay attention to that. You pay attention to
For
that.
the wine.
Focus, sir.
What's happening now?
See, you tell me.
Well, where did you? This is your phone.
No, it isn't.
This-
So classy. Okay. Wine bribery. Yes. We're all caught up. Okay, everyone, don't panic. Don't
there was
panic.
nothing to read.
No, there was nothing yet. But you have to pay attention to that. That's your thing. You have one job.
Oh, crap.
You have
Verbal.
one job.
Verbal says
We're-
about
Horrible husbandship will be next week.
horrible husbandry. Let's keep it horse-like.
So we're discussing horrible horsemanship. But hey, you, this discussion counts for you too.
I'm a horseman.
You're actually a horseman. That's actually a thing.
I'd like to get the bow and arrow mixed in with that a little bit. I think that would be.
Yes, but we're talking about simple things like what practices are horrible
I'm
horsemanship.
supposed to be Geek Girl's voice
Yes. Geek Girl is Rebecca. She's one of our patrons.
Oh.
She's the one who made the unicorn horn for her horse head wig, and she just had this photo shoot, and she looked amazing. Okay.
Allison says, we're waiting for you to get yourself sorted out. Is that to you or to me?
I don't know. Probably both of us.
Probably. Just say that for now.
Probably both of us.
Denial.
Do any of y'all have anything?
I'm
Is there
into
anything?
wine.
All right, you
Divine.
read.
There's nothing else to read. Chat as unicorn and centaur. There's a right arrow, and then below it, there's a left arrow, a circle, and a square. Below that, there's the letters L and G.
Why are you yelling at everybody?
I don't know. I think this is working.
Okay, but I have to talk about
Oh, it's
horsemanship
me.
now.
Thanks.
And I forgot what I was talking about. Take a drink.
Is that when you take a drink?
Yes. You would know this if you would. Do you not watch my videos?
I want your
Busted!
No, you're asking it wrong. You should be saying, "Do you not remember my videos?" That's totally different.
That's true. You're crazy. No, I'm trying to ask people. I'm trying to get them to answer a question.
Ask. My being sneaky.
Is there anything that you've ever done that you found out was horrible horsemanship? Like you thought you were like, oh, I do it like this, and then you found out, oh no, that's awful, and you were like, Urgh. I'm trying to think if there was.
K Eventing 2001 says I'm on time.
Okay.
But are you?
We saw her out at the bar this
46
morning.
p.m. Is that on time?
It
Is that
is.
fashionably late?
Do not shade my subscribers.
I was
You
just
are
asking.
going to get fired.
Maybe that's my secret goal.
She is on time. Last time she showed up at like the tail end of the.
Oh,
the
this
chat.
is a fabulous difference. Congratulations.
Yes. Let's see. Something.
Oh, am I being snarky? I thought it's sneaky. See, I wasn't reading. Everything's blurring back and forth tonight.
You need glasses.
I need more wine. I don't need glasses. Yes, I do. More of these glasses. I don't. I can read. I can read words within words. I bet you didn't even know there were words
It's
within
time
words.
to oil my boots with the giant container of Neat's Foot oil that my friend Krista let me have borrow.
Girls, am I supposed to interrupt you?
Yes.
Oh, for once.
If it's one of
Oh
them.
my God! What an opportunity.
If it's one of them.
Yes.
But not if it's you.
What? Fine, Geek Girl. Pretty much all of my experience as an equestrian in the 80s was horrible horsemanship.
Yeah. I remember I had Western riding lessons when I was a kid, and nobody wore helmets back then. That was in the 70s, and it was just like small children on feral ponies flying around the arena.
Feral.
Pretty much. Well, they're ponies. They're all like that. Ponies are the devil.
It's a funny thought.
I didn't wear a helmet till I was 16, and of course now I'm like, it's hard for me not to. There are some videos I've done on the channel where we don't wear helmets, and I am internally cringing and dying the entire time. I'm like, oh my God. So, well, that's another one. Helmets is not wearing a helmet, horrible horsemanship. Because I know some people, like for photo shoots, we do photo shoots with the unicorn, and nobody wants to wear an English riding helmet on their head when they're otherwise decked out in, whatever. Okay, this Neat's Foot oil has an aroma.
K Eventing 2001 clipping a horse's whiskers is supposed to be HH.
That is one that I've seen before. Like, I don't necessarily think it's horrible horsemanship. It's not like they're navigating their way in the dark anywhere a lot, but I think they sense things on the ground when they're grazing with their whiskers. Almost like, because they don't have fingers, so they use their whiskers and their lips like fingers. If you've ever really watched them graze, you'll watch them feel one thing and then be like, no, not that, and go to like the blade of grass right next to that leaf. So I don't know if I would label it horrible or abuse, but it's just.
I don't know, are whiskers like, what if there's the optic light? The optic light that you cut it down and cut it down and cut it down. It's still going to show that little bit of light at the end. So if you cut it down, it's not causing them pain and it still works, but they have to get closer. Is that, you know what I mean? Like, as opposed to, not making any sense at all. As opposed to being something with a nerve or something where, like,
No, it doesn't have a nerve in it. No. It's like a hair.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But it's like, cats' whiskers are a little bit more, have a different function than their fur.
I mean, you're not asking the horse if he wants a different hairstyle. There's no way to communicate that.
Right.
But
do you want your whiskers trimmed? Well, there are people that think
are the whiskers
bits are horrible horsemanship in themselves. So those, I'm sure people who think a bit is abusive is going to think that trimming whiskers is abusive as well. Mounting without a mounting block, is that horrible horsemanship? Because it puts a lot of stress on the horse's spine. There's a lot more stress on a horse's spine when you mount from the ground. The torsion on the saddle, so to speak. And I know a lot of people do, particularly Western riders and trail riders. Y'all, when I have to dismount on the trail, I die. I die. I don't, first of all, my knees, I can't jump up, not even on my little fat 15-hand Weasley. I can't do it. So I have to find a stump or something. So for me, it's a knee issue, all right? Your crazy Aunt Michelle got bad knees.
Get to the farm.
Oh, yeah.
Says everything is always changing. We learned a different position / release for jumping than is used today.
Yeah. Different, right, and different bits and different equipment. I haven't done jumping in a while. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that. We just had the Kentucky Derby tie downs in horse racing, tongue ties, when they tie down the tongues. Some people think that's horrible horsemanship, but it's supposed to help prevent them from like gagging on their own tongues. Who said something? Get
to the Farm is saying you were a puzzle on a recent channel shout out game, UNC.
What is that?
That's called local celebrityism.
What? No. I do need more shout outs. That's why I said at the beginning of this video, I'm getting close to 100 subs. I want that custom URL. It might sound dumb to some people.
Do you remember being able to rent a horse, Geek Girl?
Yes, I do. I remember horse rentals. That was when we lived in New Jersey. Scott's from New Jersey. My dad was in the Air Force, and when we were stationed in New Jersey, there was a place where we would go. If you go on my Instagram back in March, you'll see my sister and I recreated a childhood picture from when we lived in New Jersey, and they had these rental stables, and we would go and rent horses, and you could rent the horse and just do whatever for an hour, just buy, and then we'd just be cowgirls.
Yeah, she says no helmet, no lessons.
Yeah, no helmet, no lessons, no nothing. They didn't care. They were like, here, have a horse, go. And of course, my sister and I, these were our best friends, these horses. The pony I rode, he looked almost exactly like our Tack. His name was Silver. But that's why my sister and I recreated this childhood picture, was because the pony she was on at that age was a little fat chestnut that looks like my Weasley, and then Silver looked like our Tack. So when my sister visited back in March, we did that whole recreating childhood photos. Anyway, that's on my Instagram, and those are the ponies my sister and I used to rent. And we had so many adventures. We were fairy princesses riding unicorns. That cat better not be on. The cats always crash my live stream.
I mean,
always.
Really, they're like,
he better not be on a cord.
It's the electromagnetic.
If things suddenly go dark, we're going to blame Odin, not the ancient god.
But I'm going to blame
fat
the
cat
ancient
that
god.
lives at my house.
It's Abraxas right now. Okay, so
what? Stop being weird. I'm weird enough. You definitely know what I'm talking about.
Oh, shoeing, K-eventing 2001. I had someone tell me shoeing a horse is abuse too.
I've heard that before too, but I mean, honestly, Kay, you saw the way Sunny was walking just a little bit differently today. My horse, Sunny, has navicular, for those who aren't here every day. He has navicular, and he wears natural balance, steel natural balance shoes on his front feet, and the way those are weighted and the way they break give him enough relief that it doesn't cause him pain, and he moves great.
What is that, pigeon toe?
That is what, there's a tendon that runs on the back of the front legs over a bone, and it kind of rubs it and causes pain. It's like genetic. Some thoroughbred type horses tend to get it, and it is degenerative. So eventually we won't get to ride him anymore. But I mean, for now, he's great. If you look, I just did a video of, there's a video of me riding him, and he looks good. He's good, but he dropped one of his shoes, and now so in the paddock, he's kind of doing this weird walk, not really limping, but just kind of reaching weird with that leg that doesn't have the shoe on it anymore.
What?
I'm drinking. What?
Get to the farm. We play a hangman type game called Scarecrow. You were a puzzle, and we played a bit of Centaur of Attention Bid.
Oh, funny! Cool. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yes, I'm subscribed to her channel, and they do puzzle games on that. I had not tuned into that. I'll have to go look for that now. What? Thank you for telling me. That's hilarious.
Last Wednesday's game.
Oh, yes, and thank you for that.
She thinks. Get. Okay. I couldn't tell if Get was a boy or a girl. Get is usually like, Get's not a name. Maybe it's to the farm.
All right, okay. I'm feeling my wine. It's okay.
All right, right. This is a very Barney wine glass. Barnesque.
Barney.
That's what we're gonna call this wine, Barnesque.
It's so weird. I need to. This needs foot oil, y'all. I wish you could smell through the. It's just. It's that rancid oil smell. I'm not enjoying it. Catherine, one of our magical herd, Catherine was making fun of me for putting olive oil on everything, but I think I need to go back to that. Oh, hang on, I'm grabbing my other boots and grunting because I have to bend over my belly.
You did not find. Ruby says you did not find the shoe.
Ruby, no, Ruby, I didn't find the shoe. If you saw my Instagram live today or my Facebook live, I did them in the paddock because somebody lost his shoe. I walked. My feet hurt so bad. Dude, those boots that I'm in, Ariat, I love you, but those are not hiking boots. Like, I walked all over this paddock in those boots and the sun beating down on me, and I'm like, why? And I keep thinking I'm going to see it. It's a metal shoe in a paddock. I'm finding tiny bits of string. I'm finding little bits of plastic. I'm finding random whatever, but not the shoe. I swear I walked everywhere.
Metal detector?
That's what Kay said. Kay's like, you need a metal detector. I'm like, you need to keep looking.
Maybe paint them glowing.
I was so desperate, I offered her little brother $10 if he could find the shoe.
Oh my God, you're funny.
I went check my wallet first.
How much does the shoe actually cost?
These are almost $100. What?
A shoe?
Well, no, for the pair. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging.
I just realized, hang on, it might be the alcohol, but it is hot in here, and I want to turn down the air conditioning. What? Y'all, Scott, you don't have to do a dance or anything.
I'm not gonna do a dance. Why would I do a dance? Because you walked out of the picture and I'm trying to keep people occupied. No, I'm just.
Well, Adriana always panics when I leave and leave her like not on camera.
I spend my entire days jumping on and off trolleys talking to people. I'm not even talking to an actor.
Scott is an actor.
Is that what it is? Still. I'd like to just be a hermit that sneaks out of the cave every once in a while.
Poopy. Okay, now I'm cleaning my Dublins. I couldn't find it. Do we have Gorilla Glue?
No, I don't think so.
Do we have? Oh, this is not the one doing
it. We never replaced it after it went long.
Do we have Gorilla Glue? Oh, did you think I was talking to you? That was a mow. Oh, hello. Wait. I need some glue. These are supposed to be waterproof, but probably only when you keep them really clean.
I'm sorry, I'm being terrible. This is horrible husbandry right here. Not
what are you not?
To the horrible horsemanship.
He's not paying attention to the chat.
K eventing. I think it's HH to teach a horse to rear under saddle.
I guess, but I don't know. Like, don't the Lipizoners and all that? It's the. And listen to me talking out my butt. See, if you were Adriana, you'd know what to Google. I hope she's okay, honestly. Now I'm worried.
Rebecca's about to go. Is it E-girl?
Yes.
About to go horrible on my children who will not go to bed.
Oh my God. My kid, Liam, last night ate a Cliff Bar right before bed, and it was one of those that has caffeine in it. Dude was up until like midnight, tossing and turning in his bed. And I'm like banging on the wall, going to bed. That's horrible mommy shit. I'm trying to think of what else is being horrible. Or what about leaving the hay net on rounders, like for horses who eat round bales, leaving the hay net or leaving hay strings on?
Oh, I got one.
What?
Walking away when your horse is bridled.
Leaving, well, see, again, there are some places I know that do it. But I don't like leaving horses with a bit in unattended or like tied up from the bit. That's me.
Well, one of the thought processes about why not to was because of the dangling reins.
If the reins are attached, right.
That's what happens.
Well, and there are some horses that rub. They want to rub, like Weasley. If I left Weasley alone, bridled, he would rub and rub and rub until he either injured his mouth or rubbed his bridle off. And either way, why is that over there? My phone is sitting. He's like, he's got his feet up.
Oh yeah. If we can somehow make it so the wine glass is the phone, we would solve this whole thing.
Did y'all see him? I'm gonna go back and watch on the playback. I want to see the moment where he's like, and I clocked out. You are a mess, sir.
This wine phone is good.
Oh my god, the cat is doing the thing where he attacks his own tail. Oda, have you guys ever seen videos of cats that like attack their own tail and get mad? That's what my cat does.
He gets mad all the time.
You might hear him get mad here in a second.
What's going on here? They're having a party. No lip designers do.
Oh right, yeah, like that. See, they're discussing. Give it here.
I lost it.
Right, yeah,
oh, hey!
Hedwig doesn't have shoes. Can reuse a shoe if you find it. Hang on. Yes. Can you reuse it? Yes. As a matter of fact, the natural balance shoes can be reset 2 to 3 times, and those are fairly expensive. So I'm gonna go try again tomorrow afternoon, y'all. Lavad, yeah, lip designers do, which is a sort of rear and a facade. Corbett. I remember my parents took me to one. I think it's when we lived in New Jersey. Again, it was maybe it was when they came to New York. The lip designers, the white horses that do the fancy things. It's like it's a thing.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
the ones that look like
you're about to be cut off. You're sitting there staring at me.
What? What the heck is going on?
You've got like
you're paying attention a little too much, I think. Fine, maybe.
Oh, Kay says giving horse human food like hamburgers and chicken nuggets. I actually had that on my list to bring up. Is giving horses people food horrible horsemanship? Now, I have, for our Tax's birthday, we did cupcakes, and I gave him a little mini cupcakes. He was adorable, just nodding his head. And when we did the unicorn mukbang video, where we ate Taco Bell, we did give him some chips. He liked the tortilla chips, but not if he didn't like the nacho cheese sauce. So if we tried to give him chips with nacho cheese sauce, he was like, "No, thank you." He was so cute. Yeah. And I see now. There are carriage horses downtown Savannah that there have been drivers there over the years that have thought it was funny to like feed them chicken fingers and burgers and things like that.
Beefery now.
Oh, Rebecca said I had a field day with how horse Twitter went all HH on Roy Moore. It gave me like too.
It gave you a life.
Yes, watching him. Didn't you want to like hashtag free sassy that horse? How do you not ride a Tennessee Walker? Like they are made for the doofiest rider.
Maybe that's
to ride.
Truly like.
That's what they're for.
Rented horse.
No, that's like his horse. He's like proud of it. This is my baby. This is I breed this horse and she's my special baby. And then he's like, and it's like, that horse was specifically bred so that you don't have to know how to ride a horse to ride it. And he looks like he's about to fall off. I don't know, like Yosemite Sam or something. I know a horse that would eat a pack of cigarettes. Oh, get to the farm says she knows a horse that would eat cigarettes. Ah! He was probably like jonesing, like, "Hey man, what you got?"
Maybe his old rider was the Marlboro Man.
Oh yes, Odin. What is it? If you can hear the meow, that's my kitty. One of them.
That's gross.
I think Tozie's the only one who has not crashed any of the live streams yet.
Ugh, buddy.
Come here. So people can see. We're talking about horrible horsemanship, Odin. There you go. The camera's over there.
Just right in
the camera's over there. He's like, what is going on?
He's a good boy.
He's like, as long as I get scratches.
Let's see what's going on here.
Okay, I gotta get back to cleaning my boots. Okay, here's a question. How do you know if you are committing horrible horsemanship? How do you know what is horrible horsemanship?
Well, that's why we're having a back and forth, because it does seem pretty subjective sometimes.
Well, yeah, this is why I was saying it does seem to be like it depends on It depends on the situation. It depends on the discipline. It depends on the horse. It depends on the season. I don't know.
I used to think I could speak English, but there's just words here, and I just don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I guess I could just read it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know how to read it.
Natural gaited, normal hoof length. Yes, had it. Oh, see, he doesn't know what TW is, y'all. He's precious.
Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
That's his little horse.
Well, then here, hang on, wait. I got it. You oil my boots.
It's getting more and more
down
the wrong road.
No, it's good. It's a thing you can do and still drink and not care about your olive oil. Just like dab a little on the. Okay, now we come to the tack cleaning tutorial part of our live stream.
Oh, let me catch it.
Because cleaning tack is not a part of Scott's job description as a horse trainer tour guide. Rebecca says, "Get to it, Scott."
Yeah. I'm snarling at the phone. Oh, good for you,
So
Juan.
you just now don't get that everywhere because it's not it's not pretty.
What's that? That reaction.
Okay, seriously though, how about the Marilyn Little situation? Extreme bits, nosebands. Oh, that was the that was where that was the Kentucky 3-day event thing, right? Where she had bloody bits. Yes, they're dirty. Handle it.
I am.
Oh, Icelandic horses that nibble on fishes. Yes, Kelly Anders brings up a good point. Yes, horses aren't meant to eat meat, but there are horses in cultures like the Inuits up in the Arctic Circle. And again, Google me. I'm not a historian. I'm blabbing facts at you on YouTube.
Fact blab.
Fact blabber. But they do feed fish. They feed fish to their horses. Did y'all see the video of the horse eating the baby chick?
Yeah.
I'm traumatized. No, this woman put a baby chick down on the ground and the horse just chomped it up and ate it. A part of my soul died. I had to make a Horcrux. It was terrible.
What kind of a horse? Was it a Thestral? I don't understand what's happening.
It was really awful. But I saw that in the Horrible Horsemanship Facebook group. That's where I have learned a lot about horrible horsemanship. There's a Facebook group, Horrible Horsemanship, and it's not like celebrating it, it's calling it out. So people post things that are examples of terrible horsemanship. Now, some people, though...
Is this like a Cobra Kai wax on, wax off, or am I just supposed to be going like a regular back and forth?
You just rub some oil in there. Just get some oil. And mostly down on the bottom.
Martial arts out of this?
Sure.
Yes, you are?
You can make it a martial arts thing.
Okay. What did you say about the bottom? I wasn't listening. I was getting excited about Legion of Superheroes, which is really where Karate Kid is from. But as we all know, they de-superheroed it in the 80s.
Okay, hang on, Karate Kid. We don't care about your...
You do, because Cobra Kai should have Ralph Macchio as a superhero from the future coming back into the past to take down Cobra Kai with his Legion of Superheroes. Why isn't that happening? What am I doing?
Boiling my boots.
Deboiling.
Is it horrible horsemanship to correct your horse when he does something bad? I've had people get mad at me for correcting my own horse on dangerous behavior or just a bad behavior. I think that happens sometimes. No matter what you do, there might be somebody watching that's like, girl, why are you doing that? And I guess here we get to the gray area of...
You know what's really annoying is you're going down the street with your horse and carriage and people with angry faces are pulling out their phones. Like it's just one or two.
Oh yeah, Scott gets with the carriage horses
with
downtown.
over-judging,
you get people screaming abuse at you and telling you that you're a horrible horseman just because you're making a horse pull a wheeled cart at a leisurely walk.
That's pretty much what's happening. It's very interesting.
Yeah, you have to correct your kids. Just don't overdo it. Now, with correcting horses, I've heard it's like you've got about 3 seconds before the horse has no idea what you're talking about. If you've met our tax, that's 0 seconds. He never has any idea what anybody is talking about. Don't even bother trying to correct him. Just take a deep breath and try again. But with normal horse, our tax is Arabian, and he's very precious. But with normal horses, you have about 3 seconds. And I don't think that's science. Like you can go 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. But we're talking about a beat, a window of time in which the horse understands your reaction is in response to what he just did. Because I think a lot of horrible horsemanship is failing to communicate properly with your horse. Because horses, if you communicate what you want them to do, they do it. They're pretty friendly. But you just have to communicate it properly. And sometimes, like when Weasley, like when he's biting and nipping for treats, you know, he knows that when I smack him, that means, hey, no, quit it. Stop that behavior. Right. And what he's doing is pushing boundaries there. He's trying to see where the boundary is. Where can I push it to? Just like a child, like a 1,000-pound child. Yeah, less work pulling cart than carrying a person. Yes, I can pull a vis-a-vis. Come on now, even with people in it.
We pull them around.
We do. How do you think they park them? You don't parallel park those things with a horse hitched up to it. You unhitch the horse and put your horse up, and then you have to like maneuver the carriage all around the barn until you park. And parking those things, oh my God, I hate it. Don't you? When you like have to maneuvering the shafts around.
The long wagons are really annoying.
Oh God.
Yeah, they're annoying.
It's not that it's heavy.
Every
it's
once in a while you'll winch yourself.
The turning is so weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, Hedwig is a 2,000-pound draft. If I let her have her way, someone would get hurt. Yes, and with drafts, you really honestly have to stay on your game because the game is over when a draft horse understands that it outweighs you. That's like Salt.
I was just thinking Salt.
Yeah. There's a couple of them that once they know like Sonny can be a little bit drafty in that way. My horse Sonny, like he knows he's bigger and heavier than you, and if he didn't feel like doing what you say, he's just gonna kind of walk over here. There you go. Look at you oiling up my boots. So yeah, Kay's talking about her horse cribs while she's grooming him. And pull on the halter and pop him. Aw, little baby. So yeah, Get to the Farm says, I'm on YouTube because I had to bail out of a runaway cart, broke my left leg. Oh, I've had to jump out of a moving cart. Scott has had a horse like with the rein unbuckle at the bit, and so he had one rein, and he reached up to like grab the harness, and when the horse felt his hand on his rump, took off. So now he's on like the back of a horse on a runaway carriage, and he got control.
That was Salt. I jumped off the carriage onto Salt's butt. It was the only way to grab.
I think all my friends had a crush on you after that. I'm gonna go ahead and speak for them. But yeah, that was pretty awesome.
I didn't mind curling up in a ball later.
Ended up with my first career. I had a career very briefly.
What was that?
Jumping off a moving carriage is no joke.
Dude, that is like, I wish I had had a few more practices for the real thing.
Oh, and I just wondered what time it was, and it's 11:15. I do that every single time. At about 11:15, I'm like, I wonder what time it is. So apparently, I wonder if 45 minutes needs to be like the time of on street
with something horsey that goes on, like the beginning.
Oh, I'm holding the time device right here. It says what time it is.
No, that's the numbers.
You're a mess.
It's cute.
Look how pretty my boots are now. Eee, show the people how shiny.
This is Italy.
I like this. By the way, if you have large calves, my calves are about 16 and a half inches, and these boots fit really nicely on a calf that size. There was somebody in the English plus size rider group that was saying that they had 17-inch calves and those fit them, and I was like, oh, please sign me up. I couldn't click fast enough. Click, click, click. Open a tab. Oh my God, please I have to open it. And yes, they're amazing. And they look kind of piratey. I call them my pirate boots. Mm-hmm. They're Dublins. Rebecca's asking what. Nice job. Rebecca said nice job.
Thank you. Have them.
Yeah, they're Dublins. But they're edge. I think they're River's Edge or just Edge. Something like that. But they're one of the Dublins. And they're for thick calf ladies. Hey. And they look cool. They don't look like paddock boots and half chaps, but they look really cool. So, oh yeah, Kelly's saying she had 2 Clydesdales that were pretty much unhandled. No boundaries, none. I love your post, Kelly. She's on Instagram. Put your Instagram and info up in the chat if you need to. You guys should follow her. Which is it, Blue Raven Farms or something like that? But she posts every day, and they're just, her pictures are inspiring me to ride more. I'm like, okay, I'm like doing all these selfies of me being cute with my horses, and she's like going over jumps and holding a pride flag, and I'm like, okay, noted. I'm a one. All right, I'm sad I didn't bring that trail saddle. I have an English style trail saddle at home that was just covered in mold. After all, it was dry, and then we had rains for like a week and a half. And so I went in there today to get my saddle, and it's just the little dots of mold all over my trail saddle. And I'm like, oh, it's so ugly. Oh, absolutely no turnout is crappy horsemanship. Yes, ma'am, it is. My horse, now, okay, here we go on the other end of the spectrum, though. What about 24/7 turnout? My 3 horses live outside 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even during thunderstorms. They have tree cover at one end of the paddock that they go to, but they don't have an actual physical shelter. And they have a fenced paddock, and that's it. And they've lived like that for about 2.5 years now and have done really great. But I can understand how someone would be like, no, they have to have, there are stalls available. There is a barn where I have, if I need to, for medical reasons or for shelter or something, put the horses in the barn, that could happen, but I don't. So that's a thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not healthy mentally or physically for them to be outside. That was another thing I had on my list. Stalling is keeping the horse stalled, horrible horsemanship. And again, I would say that depends on how much time they spend stalled per day. You know? Because there are show horses that get stalled almost all day long, and the only time they get to go outside is when they're under saddle and working.
Right.
Rebecca says, I think 24/7 turnout is great for horses unless there's some medical reason why they need to be on stall rest. Yes, and again, there have been horses at our boarding facility that have utilized the stalls for different reasons. Like there was one, they were going to go on the road to a show, and they wanted to make sure the horse was okay with being stalled and having a particular kind of hay and stuff. So they went through the routine that they'd have when they were on the road,
right,
and to get the horse used to it. So,
how's that?
Get to the Farm says she lives out in ranch country. Full-time pasture is all right with natural or artificial shelter when natural artificial shelter is available.
Looking good.
Beautiful boots.
Thank you, but you know what?
What?
It's the same one I showed you 5 minutes ago. This is the real boot, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't know there was going to be a twist at the end of this, did you? That's the real Italy.
Such a mess.
Yes.
It's so hard to find good help these days. Rebecca says hers is only back in for feeding, then turn back out. It's a shoe. It's a mighty shoe. Jawada Pakistan has joined us. It is. It's a really big shoe. That's actually, I was saying that when I was looking for Sonny's shoe in the paddock today. I'm like, we're looking for a really big shoe. I amused myself. That's, okay, the young people will have no idea what a really big shoe is. That's Google Ed Sullivan, kids.
Mr. Ed Sullivan. Boom.
And a really big
shoe. I did it. I fused worlds.
Shoes so long, no skirts are needed. No, not here. Okay. I have half chaps that you can clean off. There you go.
I thought it was done.
No, you're not done.
It's like 11:30. It's like over.
It's not. It's 11:18. What? We're still streaming.
It was like 11:15, 25 minutes ago.
Well, now it's 11:19.
Thank you. Oh, I just did things.
Oh, buying, retraining, and reselling. You mean like flipping horses? Case like saying flipping horses, horrible horsemanship or not? I would say it depends on whether or not you misrepresent the horse. Like if you get a horse that's broken down and you turn back around and you don't disclose what you know from a vet report or from training the horse. For example, if a horse is reared on you and you don't tell people, I would call that horrible horsemanship. Or if a vet report showed navicular, but you didn't, you know, for example, I'm saying that because I have a navicular horse, but or something else, a condition, and you didn't disclose that to the next buyer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, is that horrible horsemanship or is that shady business dealings? I don't know. Well, Rebecca says, I love how Tack Chat has turned into Scott cleaning your tack.
It's Scott cleaning your tack chat.
Here, take this wet rag and rub the surfaces of It's
Do what now?
rub all the surfaces to make sure it's all clean of excess dirt.
Fine.
Now again, grooming the tack cleaning tutorial.
How did this happen?
But yeah, not when done right. Training horses to be good citizens to play a vital role in the industry. Oh yeah, training. I like horses even less when I go home and go whirl around right on the beach. Oh my gosh, Jawan of Pakistan. That sounds like my brother-in-law. My sister, I used to ride horses with my sister all the time. But when they went to, I think it was Jamaica, and they did horseback riding on the beach, and my brother-in-law's horse kind of ran away from him, and he has decided horses are evil. I'm pretty sure he does not understand me at all. Sorry, Rick. But yeah, Rick thinks horses are evil and should be stopped.
Well, they did come from the devil, but that doesn't mean they continue to.
Just stop it. There's a GIF online, or a GIF. I don't care about the fight over that, or how do you pronounce it? But that goes from dragon to horse and back again.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Seen that.
Yes, because I had someone say they're afraid of horses because they look like dragons. And I'm like, you're not wrong. Using tack that doesn't fit right is horrible horsemanship to me. I want my horse to always be comfortable. Yes, I had a heck of a time when I first got my horses finding bridles that fit, especially our tacks. He's an Arabian, so like the cheek and brow part of his head is like normal, but he has a short, it's a short snoot. And yes, good, yes. And now he's oiling it. We're learning. Odin. Yes.
Somebody's learning.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. I think about the pony I rode as a kid. Never had him fitted. Am the worst. Now, I don't know that it's necessarily as bad as the Saddle Fit Brigade would have us believe online. Like, there are people who claim that unless you have a professional saddle fitter come and custom fit a saddle to your individual horse's back, that it's horrible. I don't think so. I mean, the way a lot of small, medium, large, and then have it, you know, to fit your butt. I think with some padding, you can get away with it. Now, there are times where maybe the panels have broken down, like the flocking in the panels have broken down, and so it's pinching funny, or I mean, I do think, not to say I don't think saddle fit is important. I think saddle fit is important. But
That's all I think about.
What? It's all you think about? Oh, precious. Oh, Ghost Rider horse looks very cool. Fire breathing one. Oh, custom tack. Yeah, Kay has custom tack coming in soon. Yeah, no one wants to work out in shape. When I was training for a half marathon, I had a sports bra that literally rubbed holes in my back. It was, and like, if I'm on my 3-hour run, I mean, I can't, I'm like, God, something stings. And then I get home and I look and it's like a huge rub. It was terrible. Hang on, let me grab my notes and make sure I'm not forgetting anything, because we're getting to the end of our live stream in a bit. Oh, things like spurs and whips. Like, there are people who think that using a whip is horrible horsemanship, where like I use a dressage whip when I ride my horses, and I use it mostly, I'll tap Weasley now. Weasley needs a little reminder that, hey, I've got a stick and you need to listen to me. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. You know. And, oh God, what was I talking about? Hang on, I gotta take a drink. Take a drink. You're supposed to take a drink.
Oh, you were telling
Don't leave me
to
hanging.
take a drink?
Yes, it's like a high five. I forgot what I'm saying, so you have to take a drink.
Ah.
You're so weird. Oh, I tried to use a whip on Hedwig, but she'd never seen one before, and she was so offended. Yes. Oh my gosh. Any bush
keep thinking Hedwig is an owl.
I know. Well, we asked her. Right. We thought her horse was named after the owl. And I was like, okay, Hedwig and the Angry Inch, or I was like, Hedwig and the Angry Inch, or Harry Potter Hedwig. And she was like, neither. It's like this queen. I don't know, which is even better.
Okay, Google. I'm with you.
Jack trying to jump his horse. It refused, so he picked up the jump pole and threw it at his horse. I think I saw that video. Again, that was probably an horrible horsemanship. If you are not in the Facebook group Horrible Horsemanship, y'all go
log rolling.
It is salty. Get back to oiling.
What? I'm not wrong. Horrible horsemanship.
You're a mess.
Everyone log
So
rolling
whips,
is terrible.
anyway, whips are just an aid like legs. Like you don't actually kick your horse with all your might. You don't whip them. And this is not Black Beauty. We don't beat the crap out of them. You give them a touch. And there's a lot of training that you can do with a whip, like touching the horse in various parts and giving them cues.
That's all I do when I.
Oh, King Hedwig. She was a female king of Poland. Thank you. Why do I forgive me for being dumb.
It's good reverse brakes too. When they're backing up, just to touch their butts to make them stop.
Oh yeah.
Bing! Magic.
Yeah.
Magic brake stick. You need that when you're going.
Y'all, I can't get too drunk that I can't add like cards and end screens after this is all done. And I gotta find Adriana. Hopefully she's fine. She has rugby practice on Tuesday nights. So I don't know, like, was she injured in rugby practice? Inquiring minds want to know. And I was gonna nail her down to a time to come and give me a lesson this week. I need a lesson bad, y'all. I'm like watching videos of myself ride my horses, and it's not as bad as I thought, but it's not good either. So I need somebody to tell me what to do and order me around. In the saddle. Train me. You're thinking.
Not sure where we are right now.
I don't know either. Oh, one thing I want to, vaccinations. Not vaccinating your horse, I believe, is horrible horsemanship. Bleach, that was another thing. Like, bleach water is used sometimes in hoof treatments or for skin ailments. Some people have even put drops of bleach in a tank of water to keep algae out of the tank of water. And people are like, oh my God, your horse is drinking bleach. Uh-oh, hang on, wait.
There are, oh my God, perfect timing. There are people that have, I've talked to who have put a little bit of bleach in like a gallon of water to purify it.
That's what we're doing. Hang on, everyone.
Like, but for human consumption. Is that what you were saying too? Or just for?
No, this is for horses.
No, I'm saying humans do that too. When I was working at certain food
I'm sorry,
stores.
I did that live on YouTube, y'all. That is my only hiccup remedy that works. When I hiccup, I have to catch it on the very first hiccup. But if I take a huge deep breath on that first hiccup, it will stop it. But if I miss it, if I have a second hiccup, that's it. I'm gonna have hiccups all night long. I know, and I hate
awful.
hiccups. It's terrible. It's
for
terrible.
her. It's all right for me.
Whips
It's
are
kind of
for the
annoying.
most part,
but
kind of
she's
boring,
good.
right? Yeah.
What?
Oh, Geek Girl, when she's in trouble, do you use the whole name? That's funny. My horse Sonny, I decided years ago that his full name was Dr. Sonny Bun Bun Rodriguez. I don't know why he was Dr. Rodriguez. He was my therapist. That was why he was doctor. He was doctor. He didn't go to 8 years of horse medical school to be called Mr. Thank you very much. So that was his full name. So, oh, the video of the lady beating the crap out of her horse because she wouldn't get on the trailer. Oh, I saw that too. Yeah, again, in horrible horsemanship. Y'all, I love that group. With those salty people in there. I've actually learned a lot in that Facebook group. A lot about like what to do and what not to do. Because there's like 50,000 people in that Facebook group.
Whoa.
So, like, if somebody comes on there with misinformation, usually you just wait a minute, and then people who actually work in the industry or have something to say about it will hop on and set things right, which is nice. We are at 11:28. Are you looking at the time and you're like, okay, lady,
I'm not looking at the time because my vision is starting to blur, so I'm technically thinking about the time, but I can't see the time.
Scott cleaned my boots for me, and
No,
I have tabs.
I even made a run to find Adriana.
He even went to Adriana's house to look for her. Find you a man that works for you.
Hashtag good husbandry at horrible horsemanship, Doug.
No,
Me.
don't.
Not me.
You guys, beating a horse that won't get on the trailer is like beating hard to catch an animal. Yeah, beating an animal once you catch them. Like, yeah, you just taught them that being caught gets them a beating. What the heck? That's just so counterproductive. I think that although when a horse has run away, or any animal has run away from you, when you finally catch him, don't you kind of want to smack them around a little bit and just be like, okay. You can't, though, because they're only going to learn that getting caught means a beating.
It'll be harder next
hey,
time.
Mermaid Lilac. Hey, I saw she had a video of an unboxing. I didn't know there were mermaid unboxings. I'm going to have to check that video out. I was like, what even is in a mermaid box? I need to know.
Does she do it underwater?
I don't know. We're going to have to go look. Because I did a mermaid lilac. I did a video because someone asked me. One of our fans asked us if unicorns, because I do unicorns. They asked if unicorns and mermaids are friends, and so I did a video about whether unicorns and mermaids are friends, and it was fun because one of my friends is a mermaid.
They're third cousins.
They are. And we didn't do a thumbnail or anything. It's 11:30 and we have to end the chat. But thank you so much. We had so many people joining us in the chat tonight. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Back to the Farm. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Kay. Thank you. Oh my God, did I miss them?
Oh my God,
from Pakistan. Who came on? Hang on, back up. Jawan of Pakistan came and joined us. I had so much fun tonight, you guys. Again, let's see if we can get to 100 subs. Subs to the channel. Next week on the live stream, we're going to be doing appliques for saddle pads. So join us for that. That's it.
Nice.
I guess I'll find a thumbnail somewhere in there. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.
Bye.